We're here this afternoon because I miss you guys, and we need to talk about the Eagles because they suck so much. What's going on there? And a big shout out to a couple of the winners in this one. I did want to talk about Fermor as a starter. 59 for him, but it was the effort plays, and these are the things that earned him that spot in the Maroons jersey. And for him to lose it seemed pretty strange. I think he's one of those guys that they could really need. Maybe it's just a matchup or a style type of decision with him. But if you're looking for someone with fight, Bo has that. And if you have him in your side, or if you bought him this week, the 59 was awesome. It would have really helped you this week. And I did see a few people contemplating spending that little bit extra on maybe Farnworth in that position or going to Katoa, these types of guys. And it was a great one there to get that try saver. It hurt my side with Olakau'atu and Supercoach to then have the shoulder be dislocated. Hope he's okay. That didn't look nice at all. But a great score from him. But Campbell and Randall up top were the two big dogs here. Campbell snuck his way to 29 to 30 by halftime with that try. Great work from Brimson to help us out with that one, and then just worked really hard in his kicking. Got that try assist in that second half as well, and helped them get a good win. So Campbell to Randall, if you had the double there, you'd be absolutely cheering in that one. One error, one missed tackle. One missed tackle, I wish. 6 missed tackles for Campbell. The 75 following the 36 puts him at a lovely 111 across the 2 weeks. So makes up for that blunder last week. And if you manage to miss the 36 and buy him this week, you hit the jackpot there. Very much a buy going into the next few weeks, especially if they have the ability to get wins like this. You know that he's going to be involved basically doing all the kicking as well. Very limited for foreign. And Campbell is that guy. For Randall, if he bought last week, very, very similar to Campbell in the return game here with a 72, got that try, 39 tackles, 146 meters. And unsure what's happening with Dave Fafita right now. We did see Verrills returning this game for those that bought Mulaney the week before. And Fafita apparently is cleared to play, but then he says he's not ready. So is Randall going to keep that spot? And hopefully for owners of him, if you bought him for that hooker position this week, you definitely outdid myself with Tavunga, and you even outdid the Cook buyers as well. So congrats on that one. Now, Ruben Garrick, 63 for him, was his 150th game. So we've had the quad, the 4 try scoring effort when his partner had their baby, and then he's had the 150th for the double. And he did that all in the first half, and then kind of just was pretty solid in the second half. They lost by 20, so for him to get a double and then not have too many negatives, I thought was really good in the second half, and my high score owning him this season, which was great. I VC'd him in Supercoach to save my bacon a little bit there as well with Olakau'atu and his injury. So Garrick, 63, awesome. We spoke about this next little run for him. This was like a medium level game of difficulty with guys like Tigers following their bye. He is 560k, and it's very, very cheap. It's a great spot to jump in at in round 17 if you do need someone for round 18. But also you have Drinkwater, you have Teddy, these types of guys that you could look at over the next few weeks as well. They're basically the main guys I wanted to speak about in this. It was the guys that did well, but the players that are of relevance, with Titans missing 18, Manly missing 16 and 19. You do need to look at your side and where it sits for that round 18 number. So Brimson, 52, great at the back there, 2 line breaks, a try assist for him, 260 run meters was awesome. DCE, for anyone who bought, 639k, was able to get 1 try assist and also a couple of LBAs, 26 tackles, good kick meters there, but the team is just really, really bad at the moment. They have very limited attack right now, and Garrick, his goal kicking has looked awful, unfortunately, the last little bit for a decent amount this season, to be fair. Hasn't felt very safe. So that's not helping them. It should have been 12, definitely, with those. Well, at least one of them should have went over the first one. And could have kicked the second one, but defensively not great. And then they just have nothing in attack, surprisingly. And Turbo just doesn't look himself at all. So if you did jump on Turbo, 44 for him with just a 1 line break assist, he hardly looks like he's going to break a tackle. He went at the line, sort of 10 out on the left-hand side and just got bundled into touch with ease. Like he didn't even get close. So he doesn't look the same player or anywhere near it. And thankfully, you're buying him at 400k for a 44. That's going to not hurt you at all. But hopefully, a week's rest for him is going to be good. And then 17, 18, he could be an interesting little pick there for anyone who's interested. I would like to see some improvement, but also at 400k, it's a good number to jump in at. Shout out to Cam Pereira, who picked up his 50th try, I believe, in 52 games. Luke Brooks, 51 in this one. Bit out of character, especially in a team that lost. For those that did jump on Jamin Jolliffe last week, he rewarded with 65 minutes in this one and a 48. So great work at that price point. And yeah, you'd be happy with that. I think a 43 last week into the 48 was good stuff. Kola looked pretty damaging. Yeah, they also definitely missed Lehigh Hopoate this week as well. Campbell Gillard, he's just had an okay season, hasn't he? Bullymore 45 in 40 minutes, and we will get straight to our boy, Jastavunga. So Gerbo, just a 58 minutes for him. So if that can stay, which it has for the majority of the season, that like early 60s. Jazz with the 31 in 31 minutes. And what surprises me about this is that he was at hooker at the start of the season. And you look at this stat line, it's 25 run meters. Let's just say you take away that and take away his offload. Let's say at hooker he doesn't run. Where was this PPM of 25 in 31 minutes without running? That wasn't even here when he was at hooker, which it should have been because he's defending in the middle. So he's just improved his level of play this year since moving to the middle. A bit more confident in the team, I think it looks like. And was doing so well. 31 in 31 minutes. He went off with 24 minutes or something to go. So it was a decent chance that 55 minutes were on the way. And that is what's helping me in my mind this week after him getting the concussion, is that if there was a week for him to get injured, it definitely wasn't round 14 because he would have missed this week, the same as Lehigh. It was this week with the bye next week, and he can come back in 17 and 18 and play this 50-odd minute role. That's the hope. They have Olakau'atu who is injured now, and they're going to have to cover that one. So keep an eye out on that position, and where they go on that one. It's probably going to be like a Corey Waddell in coverage. But yeah, for Jazz, very, very happy that he was able to get 31 with that concussion game, and hopefully good to go come around 17 and 18 because we'll need him. But yeah, looked like a bit of a tough knock in there for him to hold on. Looked like he was out of it for a little bit. Bobo's 35. Anyone owning him? Mr. Matty T. 8 missed tackles is rough as, but they definitely have a few weapons on that side. But yeah, you can't be dealing with that, especially to get 45 in pure base before the negatives. You don't want to be getting 35s. Takeaho played 48 minutes as well. Verrills, good to see him back after what was apparently a 3-week injury. Tui Simpkins, the boy, picked up a 30 for me in Supercoach as well. With 30 and 22, he got out and went to work. He hasn't played in a long time. The last time he played, I don't know if anyone remembers, was with the Tigers years ago. So yeah, cool to see him out there. Simply had a big line break run. Jason Saab, one good line break down that side. Still a few errors in his game. Waddell played 28 minutes, and we might see him a little bit more. And then they played a few of their bench guys, the Titans, for 26, 17, and 5 minutes, along with Simpkins for 22. So that's where you could see the starters like Jolliffe play the big minutes out there. And Olakau'atu, 26, dislocated shoulder, you'll have to sell. Thankfully, it's coming into a bye, and he was on one for like 30 minutes. So a much improved game there. And then the unluckiness of getting the error, not getting the try and the line break, which would have put him into the 40s. And then, of course, he gets the last 20 minutes as well without the dislocated shoulder. So this game, the swings and roundabouts are tough. I did own in Supercoach, so I'm feeling the pain with anyone who has been on. The last 2 weeks have been awesome, 60-odd into the 90-odd. If you bought this week, though, that's where the sads come. I feel for you. I'm here to show you love, and we're going to leave it there. Short and sharp for this one on your Saturday, guys. I hope you're having a great day. Enjoy your afternoon. Enjoy the 2 games of footy tonight. We've got 3 left for the rest of the round. I'm glad it was a bit of an improved day for myself. No whinging today like there was yesterday. Thanks, guys. Catch you in the next one.